Stellantis, one of the largest global automotive groups, is once again in the spotlight after a new recall concerning a fire risk in some of its popular models, namely the Citroën C3, Peugeot 208, and Opel Corsa. This recall affects nearly 68,000 vehicles equipped with the 1.2L PureTech 82 horsepower engine. Unlike previous internal issues with the engines of these vehicles, this time, the recall is not related to engine failures but to a supplier defect. An external factor in the production chain could potentially lead to fire risks, a growing concern for the owners of these vehicles. In this article, we will explain what you need to know about this Stellantis recall, why it is not an internal engine issue but rather a defect from an external supplier, and how it could affect owners of these models. In addition to providing essential information on the situation, we will also offer advice on steps to take to avoid potential incidents and ensure the safety of your vehicles. An important recall of 68,000 vehicles. Stellantis officially announced that it will recall approximately 68,000 vehicles, including the Citroën C3, Peugeot 208, and Opel Corsa, all equipped with the 1.2L PureTech 82 horsepower engine. This is not the first recall of its kind, as Stellantis has encountered issues with some of its engines in recent years. However, this time, the cause is not an internal engine failure but rather an issue related to a component from an external supplier. The problem in question appears to be linked to a defect in the fuel supply system, which could potentially lead to a fire in certain circumstances. This defect is the result of a failure in components supplied by a specific supplier who provided parts necessary for the assembly of these engines. It is important to note that Stellantis has clarified that no issues have been observed with the PureTech engine itself but rather with specific parts used in the production chain. This means that the PureTech engine itself does not have any design or manufacturing defects, but that external parts have affected its performance and potentially the safety of the vehicles. Models affected by the recall. The models affected by this recall include certain Citroën C3, Peugeot 208, and Opel Corsa vehicles equipped with the 1.2L PureTech 82 horsepower engine. These vehicles were manufactured between 2019 and 2021 and are equipped with a gasoline engine. Owners of these vehicles should be particularly vigilant about this recall, as while the defect does not affect all vehicles, it is important to have your vehicle checked to see if it is part of this safety operation. The 1.2L PureTech engine is one of the most popular and best-selling engines in this range of vehicles, known for its fuel efficiency and road performance. However, despite the overall quality of the engine, this recall sheds light on the importance of the supply chain and the crucial role of external suppliers in the car manufacturing process. The fire risk. The defect in question presents a potential fire risk in the engine. Although Stellantis has clarified that this issue has not yet led to any major fire incidents, the company is taking the situation very seriously and is recommending immediate checks for affected vehicle owners. The defect seems to be related to a component in the fuel supply system that, due to the supplier's failure, could lead to a fuel leak under specific conditions, with the risk of igniting fuel vapors. This type of issue is a major potential danger, as a fuel leak can lead to a rapid and difficult to control fire. That is why Stellantis acted quickly by issuing a large-scale recall and asking owners to have their vehicles checked as soon as possible. Owners of these models are encouraged to consult their dealer to determine if their car is part of the recalled vehicles. If so, they should take their vehicle to an authorized service center for a thorough inspection and, if necessary, a free repair. Why this problem is not from the PureTech engine. It is important to understand that while the PureTech engine has been at the center of several recalls in the past, this recall has nothing to do with internal defects in the engine itself.